Hello, everyone, and welcome to Guiding Star Tarot. So happy to have you here. I hope you're all doing well. Today's pick a card reading is about what will happen tomorrow. Alright, beautiful souls, before we dive into your pick a card reading, I want to take a moment to talk about something that can help you go even deeper on your spiritual path. You know how these readings give you guidance and insight, but sometimes we still crave that one-on-one clarity, that deeper understanding of how these messages fit into our personal journey. That's where a psychic reading can be so powerful. Recently, I connected with an advisor from Psychic Source, today's paid partner, and honestly, it was such an eye-opening experience. I was wondering about the energy around the next few months as I'm planning on moving to a new place, and my psychic mentioned the exact same month of when I was expecting the move to happen without me saying anything. This was both comforting and reassuring to hear. But what truly stood out for me is when I asked about the general energy for my career path. Without being specific about it, my psychic mentioned something really interesting, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to by helping people with guidance on their journeys, and that deeply resonated with me since I'm a tarot reader myself. That definitely made me feel like I'm heading towards the right direction in life. I think preparing before getting your psychic reading can make a huge difference, so I want to share with you some tips on how I like to prepare for a reading and what I believe would help you to get the most of it. I think setting an intention beforehand on what you want the reading to be about is a good start. Also, writing down your questions before starting can help with making sure you are getting the most value of the time you have available for your reading. And last but not least, giving enough context to your psychic is important to make sure you're clarifying your questions, but also try to avoid oversharing to allow your psychic to provide genuine insight rather than echoing back what you've said. If you've never heard of them, Psychic Source has been around for over 35 years. They're actually the oldest and most trusted psychic service out there. It's a totally safe, judgment-free space where you can ask anything. Relationships, your future, even spiritual growth. You can connect by phone, video, or chat, whatever feels right for you. And they're super selective. Only about 2% of applicants can make it through their vetting process. Plus, they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee, and 1% every purchase goes to a charity you choose. So if you want more clarity on anything happening in your life right now, Psychic Source is giving my community a special offer. Right now, if you're a new customer, you can talk to a Psychic Source advisor for up to 40 minutes for just $19.80. This is the best deal out there, and no other brand comes close to offering this big of a deal. And if you want more than one opinion, you don't have to use it all at once. You can spread it out and try different advisors until you find the perfect connection. To get started, go to trypsychicsource.com/guiding or click the link in my description to connect with an advisor who's online right now. Now let's dive into your reading. There are 3 piles for you to choose from. This is pile number 1 with the blue Sodalite crystal in the shape of a heart. Pile number 2 with the Amethyst crystal in the shape of a little point. Okay, and pile number 3 with the yellow Jade crystal in the shape of a little star. Just choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to, and after done choosing, you can skip ahead to your reading using the timestamps in the description box below. And with that being said, let's just get started with the readings. Hello my dear pile number 1, and welcome to your reading to everyone who were drawn to the blue Sodalite crystal, as well as who were drawn to the first card. So let's take a look at what will happen for you tomorrow, pile number 1, and the card that you were drawn to is the In-Between. Alright, so it feels like tomorrow is going to be a day where you're either going to feel confused about something, or you're going to feel a bit like you have to make a decision. You'll have to make a decision about something, or pondering, in regards to something in your life. But this also can be, I feel like for some of you, you've been stuck into this in-between. You've been feeling like there are some closed doors in front of you in regards to something that you're wishing for, or kind of like like desiring, right? And longing for. And it feels like tomorrow, these doors, I'm getting this energy that might open up, right? And you might get like an opportunity or like some sort of way of pushing through and moving forward with something that you have in your mind, okay? Or even this can be a result of you getting your clarity and getting your kind of like understanding and answer of what it is that you really want, and be able to proceed with something, okay? We're going to be starting with your oracles pile number 1 and see more about what will happen tomorrow for pile number 1. What is coming in? All right, so you have a time to give rather than take with new moon in Virgo. Prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. And don't let pride get in your way with full moon in Leo. Right, so pile number 1, it feels like since you've got like a full moon, something comes to completion, to fulfillment, right? Or you're about to accomplish something tomorrow. You're about to get something that, or the opportunity to accomplish something about which Spirit says to not let pride get in your way. So tomorrow might be a day of some intense emotions or some like more intense feelings, right? Like emotions running high, or like your patience being tested, or like you being in a mindset where you could let, in a way, pride get in your way of achieving what you actually want, and kind of like putting pride kind of like ahead, of what you truly desire. So I'm just going to give an example just to kind of draw a better picture of what I mean. I know it's going to be very specific, but let's say you're going to feel like there is a lack of communication and a bit of a difficult time to communicate and connect with someone in your life. And like tomorrow, it feels like it is a time to give rather than take, right? Like tomorrow is going to be more beneficial for you if you do let a bit of that guard down, if you let a bit of some of that kind of resistance down, right? Like not letting pride get in your way, trying to be more open, trying to be more giving, trying to be more understanding, and trying to be more forgiving, or even to compromise a little bit. Of course, this is not to be understood as something that you have to do continuously, like it's only for like has to come from your part to give. Like no, this is not what I'm trying to say. It's just like tomorrow, right? It feels like you're going to benefit more from receiving, openly, and not letting that guard and that ego and that pride kind of get in your way of achieving something, of receiving something, of getting into a specific point. Let's say again, when it comes to communication, when it comes to like understanding with someone, or getting on the same page, or being able to push through some blockage, right? So that would be more benefiting for you if you were to get into that kind of energetic space, to give, to be open, to allow, okay? And there's also like the energy of new moon, which is like appearing twice in your reading. So tomorrow it might be like the energy of a new beginning or a refresh, okay? And let's just go to the old example that I've just mentioned. So let's say if there was some sort of misunderstanding or conflict with someone, and you've been feeling like you're stuck in this in between, like nothing moves forward, nothing goes back, like it's just like a bit of stagnation. And with the full moon in Leo, by not letting pride get in your way and remaining open, and also like offering, but also openness can come through receiving as well, right? But it feels like tomorrow is a time to give rather than take. Like just focus and think from the perspective of offering, of giving, okay? That can help with closing a misunderstanding, being done with and like discussing and being done with a situation that is more difficult, and being able to renew and refresh, this kind of new energy that moves towards prosperity. So it says prosperity lies ahead. Something is about to begin tomorrow. That will make space for prosperity to enter your life. That will make space for more abundance to flow into your life. Pile number 1, okay? So it feels like tomorrow, it is a day of new beginning that, or like also some sort of door that opens up, right? Again, going back to that door energy, a door that opens up that makes space for something more to be accomplished further, okay, in the future, after the days and the weeks and the months after tomorrow, okay? Now let's take a look at some other oracles and see more about what is coming for you tomorrow, what is happening tomorrow for you, pile number 1. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So tomorrow, I feel like it is a day meant to be like approached with grace, with gratitude, like looking at the perspective of things with gratitude, with feeling grateful and acknowledging, right? Either what the person does for you, acknowledging what you already have and the good things in your life and the good people in your life, or the good in someone, right? Like not letting pride kind of stay in your way and see only the negative, or like creating resistance, but rather like being calm, open, giving, allowing, and giving grace, you know, honoring what is truly meant to be grateful for. So that shows that tomorrow you're going to be experiencing more joy through this approach. And it feels like you could also feel this openness, you know. These doors might be again an energy of like feeling stuck in between your own mind and wishing for something that you feel like it's not there, and like longing for something, and always looking, maybe comparing yourself with others, or having this mindset of like what is behind that door is just like so much better. But tomorrow, I feel like is a great day to practice gratitude, even maybe to journal the things that you're grateful for, and kind of shift your focus on what you already have and what is worth being happy and grateful for. And that is going to multiply your sense of joy in the present moment. And it might help also with attracting more abundance in the future and more prosperity, as you're focusing on the energy that matters, okay? And attracting more of that. Okay, since you're going to be more grateful, you're going to attract more of what to be grateful for. So I feel like tomorrow is a day of kind of focusing on that aspect, right? All right, let's see what else is coming through for you, pile number 1. Miracles. Oh my God. So expect tomorrow for a miracle to happen. Expect the wonders to emerge. So I feel like there is a wish coming true for you tomorrow, pile number 1. There is some sort of opportunity or change or accomplishment, or like a door opening for you that will bring you something to be grateful for. That so it's not only about focusing on what you already have. I feel like even the energy about today, it is going to bring you something to be grateful for, and that will help expand your joy, and will feel like a miracle. It will restore your belief in the wondrous, you know, and that it can still happen, and that, you know, things can magically like change, and miracles can arrive in our life and change things for the better. Okay, let's see what else we have using tarot cards now for pile number 1. 8 of Cups. Okay, and the Hangman. It looks like tomorrow is going to be a day where you're going to have your whole perspective shifted, or about something, your perspective about something shifted, where you're going to get some sort of different insight, understanding, that will help you see things from a different point of view, and see things outside of the box, or outside of what you were like kind of bubbled into. And it also looks like you're going to be leaving something behind. In your case, pile number 1, I feel like this is an old belief. This is grudge. This is upsetting feelings. This is miscommunication, misunderstandings. This is ego and pride. This is resistance. Okay, this is also like certain old perspectives. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. the Hermit. Tomorrow feels like a very introspective day for you, pal number one. A day of journaling, a day of tuning in inwards, a day of meditation, a day of deep discussions, a day of deeper understandings, okay? And finding answers, solutions, finding clarity and understanding. Sober, oh my god. So this is like in this particular tarot deck, like the sober comes after the sleepwalker, which is like this journey of like walking through life with kind of just like not having a certain awareness or certain deeper understanding. And I feel like tomorrow you're going to kind of wake up. You might even have like, some of you in Palamaran might have like a full-on spiritual awakening. You might be having some sort of enlightenment, and you might be at the very least like getting some sort of understanding, deeper understanding that can either help you reconnect with yourself or help you reconnect with someone, okay? That can help you feel happy, grateful, joyful, and shift your perspective towards the positive. And Three of Pentacles, this is like help, support that is coming in, meeting someone who is going to help you, meeting having someone offering you some sort of hand, you know, of help, or being there for you, or being able to count on someone and feel like you've got someone reliable in your life. But also this Three of Pentacles, I feel like for a lot of you, you know, it's going to be a reconciliation, or being able to find halfway through, like find each other in the middle and kind of see from each other's point of view and be able to understand each other, and not let these differences separate you, but rather like be able to meet and to work together through these differences and to help support each other and lift each other up, right? But this also can be energy around money, you know, and making more money, or ideas, okay, of how to make more money, and opportunity or a hand that can help you, you know, find a way where you can grow more from what you have already. All right, so pile number one, this is everything that I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. And lovelies, don't forget to check my link trypsychicsource.com/guiding and use my code guiding to try up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. You can find the link either in the description box below or in the first pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye. Hello, my dear pal number two, and welcome to your reading. To everyone who are drawn to the Amethyst crystal, as well as who are drawn to the second card. So let's take a look at what will happen for you tomorrow, pal number two. And the card that you were drawn to is the See You on the Other Side. So this does look like the energy of a transition, of a transformation, of reaching to a different outcome, or like a specific outcome that is different from, you know, current situation, reaching to a specific goal and getting something fulfilled, or even, you know, of course this is a bit less, let's say, profound, but it can be like literally being able to go to a party. For some reason I'm getting that message, you know, and of course you've got that in the picture of your card, but like I'm getting this feeling of some of you in pile number two, tomorrow you might be invited to some sort of party, you might be invited to some sort of gathering or event, or having some fun, even just hanging out with some lovely friends and just having some fun, or some, you know, beautiful people in your life that you enjoy spending time with. And having some of that leisure time, having some of that time where you can let go, have fun, enjoy, and kind of forget about responsibilities, chores, or just the day-to-day life, where I feel like a lot of impulse number two, you know, maybe you were drawn to this card and you've been like having so much going on in your life, and you've been like focusing for a long time only on the to-do lists and like responsibilities and the work and all that. So I feel like tomorrow is kind of like see you on the other side of work and of this kind of lifestyle, where you also are having fun and you remember how to enjoy and how to like relax, right, and recharge your batteries and just let go and be yourself, right? or just do something that you love. So that is the energy that is coming through. But for others, it might be just like also celebrating, celebrating something like an achievement, going to a specific place that you wanted in so long, or getting to a specific outcome, as I said earlier, that you desire for. Okay. Now let's take a look at your oracles and see more about what is going to happen tomorrow for you, pile number 2. What is going to happen tomorrow? And you've got the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. Yeah, look at that. So again, for some of you, it might be the end of a tough, difficult chapter, cycle, period of time in your life where you've been focusing entirely on work or responsibilities of, especially you've got Capricorn energy. This is all about being hardworking and being responsible and putting in effort and taking action and having everything structured and all that. And I feel here with the full moon, this is kind of the ending of a cycle, right? And it feels like tomorrow you're either going to celebrate a promotion, celebrate an achievement after a lot of hard work that went into what you're going to accomplish tomorrow. Let's say this is like celebrating getting like passing a test, or like depending on how that resonates. Like let's say if you guys tomorrow, let's say you have your driver license test, like that means you're gonna get it and you're gonna be celebrating that. So of course it's gonna resonate differently since it's a general reading, and there are a lot of life stories, but I feel like tomorrow is going to represent the end of a tough cycle, the end of a difficult or more overwhelming and more restrictive, or whatever that might look like for you, chapter or period of time. And you're going to be either celebrating an achievement, an accomplishment, or just be able to relax and kind of enjoy and remove some of that weight of your shoulders, right? Let's see, what else is coming through? Have faith in your dreams with waxing crescent moon. I feel like tomorrow is going to give you more confidence. Tomorrow is going to offer you more faith in your dreams, or is going to pick, like the accomplishment of a dream that you used to have, and is going to reinforce that belief to have faith in your dreams, to trust yourself, to trust that you're able to accomplish anything you put your mind into, but also can be one milestone accomplished, but even opening up more roads towards further success, right, and growth, and help you have even more faith in your dreams and have more faith in accomplishing what you desire. And also just the fact that you're going to just enjoy more and have time for yourself and have fun, it also can kind of help loosen up some of that pressure you're putting on yourself and start to like engage more into this faith in your dreams, and also like believing, right, that beautiful can emerge and you can still accomplish what you desire, especially for those of you, this is the message for those of you in pile number 2, that you've been dealing with like obstacles and challenges, right, and you've been doing a great job at being resilient. But I feel like also tomorrow is going to be like an inspirational day, like a day of inspiration, a day of like, life is beautiful, I have faith in dreams, and I know better things are coming. Let's see what else is coming through for you, pile number 2 tomorrow. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others. So it might be that you're going to be the one who's going to like form a gathering. Maybe you're holding a party, right? Or you're going to be the one, like inviting people to celebrate something. But it also can be that tomorrow is going to be a day where you're being proved that you can lead your own life. You're like a wise leader. You're someone who can accomplish what you want. You're someone who is able to like manage to what you want to get, and also become a source of inspiration for others. So it's not like a day of you feeling inspired, but also inspiring others through your accomplishment, through your level of willpower and resilience and hard work, that you've just proven. And it also feels like maybe you're going to get a promotion. Maybe you're going to get a higher position, that you're going to have it announced tomorrow, or maybe you're going to sign a contract of some sort. Or like your business is going to have some sort of like either opening, or it's going to be some sort of like moment where you're celebrating like a step further, right? An achievement, an accomplishment, hitting a milestone. Yeah. But I feel like this is also a day where you're going to be feeling more confident within yourself, within your own capacities and skills, and trusting yourself more, and looking back being like, oh my God, I've managed to get through this. Like, I am such a I'm like such a good, I was going to say, I'm not sure whether I'm allowed to say that word, but like, someone who is like, I've got this. Like, I can move mountains. I can do anything. Like, your confidence is just gonna be up to the roof tomorrow. And I feel like, you're going to feel more in control. Like, you're gonna get back in control, or step into your power tomorrow. Begin now. Take your first step. Leaders usually take initiative. There's also the energy of a new beginning tomorrow. Take your first step. You're going to take your first step towards something. So a lot of you perhaps are going to be taking your first step towards a dream that you have, and taking the matter in your own hand. Like, maybe there's been obstacles, maybe there's been challenges, maybe there's been like kind of these walls that you've been facing, and it was a tough cycle. Could be also that, it's been something that was holding you back from doing what you really want. And tomorrow is going to be that day when you're like, I'm going to start this. I'm not going to allow anything to stop me anymore. I'm going to take my first step. I'm going to have faith in my dreams. Like, see you on the other side where you make things possible. Like that, tomorrow is going to be the day where you start making things possible in regards to your dreams for you. 5 of Swords. You might be tomorrow like leaving like something behind, and kind of just giving up. Hear me out. Giving up on something that is not worth your energy. Like something that is just like, I can't be bothered. Like, literally, this is not my battle, okay, to fight, so I'm gonna choose wiser. 7 of Cups. It feels like tomorrow you're going to make a choice, or you're going to like start to think about maybe what step to take next. Yeah, like maybe you've been feeling lost, and now you're going to get that clarity tomorrow. Or you could be like deciding tomorrow, or just like, again, if it is a party, if it's like celebration, this doesn't have to be like you actively like stressing and obsessing over it and having to decide, but just like in this fun, more laid back, more carefree energy, you're going to have that kind of clarity that just feels more effortless, like an inspiration, or like an idea pop in your mind, or something that it can help you kind of find what you really actually want, or even just like decide something that has to do with, kind of not chasing what doesn't really offer you something real, and just like focusing on what truly matters for you. King of Wands, again, confidence up to the roof. I see you like stepping into empower tomorrow and feel your best, feel so good in your own skin. Also, like, I see you putting either like, let's say, putting on makeup, or dressing nicely, or just like making an effort in terms of like taking care of yourself and making yourself feel your best and feel good in your own skin, and just like love yourself. And you're going to embody that energy of self-love, self-respect, confidence, which is going to shine through so much. Like, people are just going to be so drawn to you. You're going to feel so empowered tomorrow. I feel you having all heads turned around, as you're walking, like moving with so much grace, and like just being, even if you're not going to be in a social setting, let's say, right? It doesn't matter. Like, you're literally going to have your energy like reach such a high vibration, and you're going to feel so good. Like, I feel maybe a lot of you haven't been feeling that way in a long time, or you're just gonna feel like attractive, you're gonna feel good looking, but you're also gonna feel smart, you're gonna feel wise, you're gonna feel confident. Okay, you're gonna know you can achieve anything, and it's like you're gonna know that you can guide yourself, towards achieving and accomplishing your dreams. Sleepwalker. Okay, Sleepwalker and Seven of Cups. These cards speak about either like walking around with your eyes closed, or like putting up with something and not really having something clear in your mind, and just going. Maybe you've been experiencing all sorts of things, trying all sorts of things, or just like kind of being confused overall, and just like not really knowing which way to take, your steps forward, and like what is actually your right path, or what is truly like what you feel like is best to move towards. But I feel like tomorrow is going to be a day where you're making a clear decision, where you're kind of having some sort of inspiration, where you're having some sort of clarity and awareness, where you're leaving behind, and you're actively choosing to stop putting energy and focusing on what doesn't really matter to you, and prioritizing. Yeah, it's going to be a day of knowing your priorities. Okay, let's see. The World. Yeah, it feels like a cycle is closing. Oh my god, a cycle is closing. A new one starts for you. A new cycle starts for you, where you're like focusing on what truly matters. You're prioritizing what is best and most important to you, where you're choosing yourself, where you're choosing to take back control over your life, where you're choosing to have faith in your dreams, where you're choosing to enjoy yourself and have fun, and you're choosing to take the first step towards like a different approach or a different direction, whatever that means for you, either to start your own business, either to choose a different career path, or either to choose a different way of living, where you're also embodying fun and doing what you love, and spending time, in ways that recharge you. Okay. So pile number 2, this is everything that I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. And lovelies, don't forget to check my link, trypsychicsource.com/guiding, and use my code guiding to try up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Hello, my dear pile number 3, and welcome to your reading to everyone who were drawn to the yellow jade crystal, as well as who were drawn to the third card. So let's take a look at what is going to happen for you tomorrow, pile number 3. And the card that you were drawn to is the NYC, New York City card, and it says, what you seek is seeking you. This feels like the energy of something being reflected back at you, and it's something that you've been wishing for, something that you've been desiring, something that you've been seeking, right? It even can apply to, like, let's say a job, or if you've been longing for someone, or looking to find someone, right? Let's say friendship or romantic person, like romantic partner. This also can be about like seeking to find just something, let's say even just like an object, right, that you've lost, or even like thinking about someone and being like, oh, I wonder what that person is doing. Or like if you've been trying to get in touch with someone, it feels like it's kind of that moment when it happens. Not sure whether that happened before to you, but it's that kind of moment where you're thinking about someone, or you're thinking about something in particular, and that is just appearing to you, magically, but it's like you're attracting that, right? So that's what I see for you tomorrow, pile number 3, with the first card. But let's see further with your oracles about what you will receive tomorrow, what is going to happen tomorrow. You've got balance, spirituality, and practicality with full moon in Pisces. Okay. Oh, all right. Your commitment is being tested. First quarter moon. All right. So pile number 3, it feels like tomorrow it is going to be a day of, when it says your commitment is being tested, I feel like it's the commitment towards something like that you were wishing for, right? like the level of involvement and sticking to that, and sticking to embodying that energy of like, for some reason I'm sensing that you're trying to manifest something, pile number 3, and tomorrow, like, you're going to feel maybe tested, like, more than usual, with your thoughts kind of just going towards, like, I'm not sure, what if that's not going to happen, or what if I'm not good enough, or what if something goes wrong, like that kind of energy, right? Like, tomorrow might be one of those days where you're having kind of that kind of those kind of thoughts. And I feel like tomorrow is going to be a day where it's going to be good for you if you're going to try to balance spirituality and practicality, such as, like, let's say you're trying to manifest something, you're trying to achieve, to accomplish something. For some of you, maybe you're just like on the go, like, let me try this, let me do this, but you're not incorporating, visualization and affirmation, or like embodying that energy of already having that, and you're constantly like just facing this particular thing as something that you have to chase, right? And it's something that is intangible and constantly feels so far away. And I feel like you might be getting to more some of that kind of like balancing out, energy of kind of balancing the practicality of things, and how much you're, yes, putting action, which is important, but also how you approach it from a spiritual perspective, right? And for the other, people, let's say that you've been using, of course, like visualization, and you've been like trying to embody that energy, and like really try to align yourself with that energy. And of course that can still bring your manifestation, but of course you do still have to take action, right? Like, that might bring you the opportunity, that might bring you the house and wins, right? But at the same time, it's important to take that first step, or to be kind of in a way practical about it, like making a clear plan of how to do something, or what steps to take, or kind of diving into research and obtaining some information, right? Like, that also like puts us overall into the energy and mind space of accomplishing something faster. So I feel like tomorrow is going to be a day where balance is going to be key, and balancing both the spiritual aspect of things and the practical aspect of things. Again, for some of you, this might be like a day where you're going to be focusing on both, like being pragmatic and like taking charge of your responsibilities, but also remember to meditate, to pray, to make time for your spiritual self. And could be tomorrow a day where your commitment is being tested towards like one or the other, and also towards yourself, right? At the end of the day. So it says what you seek is seeking you. I feel like tomorrow it might be that kind of day where you're realizing that what you're focusing onto is coming to you, right? And like making a conscious choice to find a balance, and to like manage to focus on both aspects, right, of your life. Let's say balancing out your work life, your professional life, and your personal life as well. Like making maybe a conscious choice with this commitment energy, like tomorrow being a day where you're actively choosing to take action, to engage into practical aspects of things, of something, but at the same time also not forget about the balance, in everything, and like managing to also prioritize that side of you, or that aspect of something. Okay, let's take a look at some more oracles, pile number 3, and see more about what is happening tomorrow. Watching clouds, lay back, rest, and relax. Could be that some of you, are going to be tempted to like fall more into the leisure aspects of things, I'm sorry there about the loud noises from outside. So I feel like tomorrow is going to be a day where is important to remain committed to something and to take action. I feel like it is important to have balance, but also it appears here that you might have the tendency, or you've maybe had some period of time where you've been feeling more drawn to like relax or take it easy or take it slow, or just like even drop some things, or kind of postpone some things and procrastinate, could be, right? And if that is the case, I feel like tomorrow is going to be a day where you're going to be like, you know what, let's do this, or like, let's keep this going. Because it feels like as much as relaxation is important and resting and recharging our batteries, if you've been having more of this and not balancing out the practical aspect of you know, putting in effort and like actually taking action, you know, and being remaining committed and resilient to your goals, you know, that might kind of slow down the process of accomplishing something. So what you seek is seeking you. So if you're seeking to accomplish something, like also taking action into searching for that and taking action towards that, it's going to help it bring it faster to you and reflect it back to you. You have unknown territory. You are exactly where you need to be. So it's coming up as tomorrow, you know, you starting to feel, especially if you've been starting something new, or especially if you've been feeling out of place, or if you've been feeling that unsure whether you're on the right path or not, it feels like tomorrow is going to be a day where you're going to feel more grounded, you're going to feel more rooted, you're going to start to feel more balanced, you're going to feel more aligned, in alignment, both spiritually, both physically, mentally, with where you're heading towards, but also like getting that kind of sense of certainty and reassurance that you're exactly where you're meant to be. Like, you're exactly where you need to be. And although, especially for those of you that feels that way in your kind of exploring an unknown territory, and it's like a new direction, a new environment, new people, or just like feeling like you don't really know what you're like not really knowing how to navigate a situation, right? And like what you're really doing, like kind of having that feeling of being a bit lost. I feel tomorrow you're going to get that reassurance that you're exactly where you need to be. And also might be that you're going to find that sense of balance and alignment with where you want to head towards. All right, let's take a look at your tarot cards now. Pile number 3. Let's see more. The Hierophant. It feels like also something is going to be officialized. Like, when I say officialized, this can mean like getting something to materialize into the 3D world, like finding the keys, right, to something. Again, finding the keys. So maybe it is something physical that you're going to be finding, that you've been seeking for, pile number 3. Or even like finding the keys, you know, to unlock some sort of like insight or clarity or awareness or understanding, right? And which is all gonna make you feel more comfortable with where you're at in life, like more comfortable, more secure, more grounded. Also, the Hierophant speaks about our spiritual journey and like also religious beliefs and beliefs in general, right? Like maybe tomorrow is gonna be a day of, I know this is going really deep, but for some of you, it might be a day where you're going to be finding within you the real like belief and what you truly value and what you truly choose to believe into and what you feel drawn to spiritually, and kind of following that and remaining committed to that. Okay. And feeling like, or just having that deep feeling of, I'm like exactly where I'm meant to be, and feeling empowered through that, feeling secure, safe, comfortable, supported, like not fearing, not being anxious, like just feeling grounded and rooted in faith and a sense of security, of you being where you're meant to be. And this is earth energy. Okay, so this is all about stability and feeling grounded, and like this energy that, you know, that talks about finding something that you've been seeking, could be that stability. Like you could have been trying to find that, right? Or find something that you truly feel inclined to stick to and to remain invested into. Maybe you've been the kind of person that, you've been feeling a bit lost, trying a bunch of things, and now you're finally gonna find that, like what you truly want, and stick to it. Yeah, let's say 6 of Swords. It feels like you're finally going to start sensing like tomorrow things calm down for you, or you're gonna find balance, or things like feeling a bit more smooth. It feels like you're going to just feel more at peace. Justice, also balance. So it feels like you're going to find some sort of belief, or you're going to be aligning with what you truly believe into and what you truly value, and what truly is best for you, and what truly like you firmly fight for, or you choose to stick to, or it's meaningful to you, what truly speaks to you, and like brings that balance for you. You also have the Sun. Yeah, this is also the energy of just feeling inspired, fired up with happiness, with joy, but also just because I see you singing here, like laughing, smiling, like really just a carefree energy, or just like overall more peaceful, more balanced, more grounded. And also with the Sun, like just overall feeling more inspired, and whatever you're going to be focusing onto is just going to be out of joy, like what you actually love doing, what you actually feel passionate about, what you like finding your passion back, maybe your inspiration back, getting that kind of energy back as well. But like finding something to stick to, not because it's required, but because you actually truly enjoy it and you have a blast, doing it or pursuing that. Or just like I see an overall energy of happiness and joy tomorrow for you. Like I see you being very happy. Okay, and you also have Death card, which is a transformation energy. So it feels like something is about to transform for you tomorrow. Like could be your state of mind, could be your beliefs, could be your overall energy, could be how you approach something. Okay, like something is changing, but for the better, and it feels like it's gonna help bring balance, a sense of calm, more smooth waters, in your life, and feel overall happier and more grounded and more kind of secure into what you believe or in your life, like into having balance in your life and feeling secure and trusting that you're on where you're supposed to be, trusting your path forward. Okay, with the Justice, also for some of you, if you've been seeking justice, you're gonna get justice tomorrow. This is especially if you've been facing some legal matters, right? And if let's say you've been dealing with something that felt unfair, again, I'm getting this energy of a change that is for the better. You're getting something you deserve, that you've been seeking for, the justice you've been seeking for, the balance, the balance being restored in some way, bringing you a lot of happiness. Okay, your commitment could have could be tested in terms of sticking to your truth, right, as well. So pile number 3, this is everything that I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. And my lovelies, don't forget to check my link, trypsychicsource.com/guiding, and use my code guiding to try up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. You can find the link either in the description box below or in the first pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye bye.